Hello, guys. Good evening. Well, good afternoon. It's not evening yet, but today it's that time. It's that time of the week, and it's the second week that we were doing this. So, welcome to the coffee campaign, and its second episode. And like I said last time, every single coffee campaign after the first one, we're going to have a guest, and we're going to have a special coffee flavor. As you guys know, we're going for very structured things, so right now we're just going through the entire Nespresso collection of flavors. Hopefully some of you, like myself, who are not a lot into coffee, could get a little bit more information of what coffee is all about, and also just meet awesome people and go through campaigns of strategy games, which is basically what we're going to do as sort of an excuse to just talk and have an awesome coffee time on a Sunday. So usually this is going to be happening at 11 a.m. Unfortunately, this weekend, well, not unfortunately, it wasn't a bad thing, but my dad pulled off an impromptu visit, so of course we had to have some family time. But today we're not gonna postpone this. Today we're gonna find some time for our coffee break and our nice chat. So that's why today it's happening at 4 p.m. It's not gonna be a regular thing. But usually, if you see that something goes on, this would probably be the, let's say, official alternative schedule for it. So today I have a very awesome person who I've known for, luckily, a few years already. And it's interesting to have these sort of things happen online, because it's something that I believe that in the beginning of this, it wasn't very likely, or people did not believe that maybe you could build a friendship or maybe a relationship, whatever is your case, online. But we're very fortunate, and I mean we, by Polaris and myself, to count this lovely lady as a friend. So I'm just gonna proceed to just let her be. So hi, Koshkii, how you doing today?
Hi, Chris. Sorry.
Hi. Don't worry, guys. There's a baby in the background. This is how far along everything has gone. Okay, there's a baby in the background.
He's angry.
I know. Oh. He sounds annoyed. Why? What do you guys do?
I assume he tried to play with like a socket, and Ba took him away, and now he is just outraged.
Oh, okay. Okay. He was trying to pull a dangerous stunt. Dad say no.
He wants to play something dangerous, and we won't let him. We're so mean.
I know, mean parents protecting you from danger and risks and whatnot. I know. Fuck it, whatever. Yeah. You just probably frustrated his dreams of being a daredevil. You realize?
I know. We're just getting in the way.
I know, you're getting in the way of the dreams. So Koshkii, I mean, we've known each other for a very long time, but recently, I mean, I've heard you talk about this before. I'm just gonna start the campaign while we're at it. I've heard you talk about this before, and I know you mentioned quite a few times that you were like looking at storm chasing and stuff like that. And I have been puzzled for a very long time about like this sort of passion for would you call it like extreme weather? What would you call it?
I call it severe weather, extreme weather, yeah.
Okay. So how did this all start? I wanna like take it back to the beginning.
Oh man, taking it back. Well, I grew up in Missouri, which has weather. You know, it's got its severe weather more than where I currently live, but there's definitely been a lot of storms that I can remember that have been very strong that I guess haven't left my head. And when I was young, I was scared of them, actually. I thought they were terrifying. I remember being a little kid, sitting over at my dad's house, and the siren went off, and the door was open, and the siren was apparently very close to our house. It was my first time hearing one, and I thought that was the most terrifying thing. I'm out of here.
You think?
And that, you know, ever since then I was scared as a little kid of storms and tornadoes. I can remember a couple storms where, like, the day turned to night, basically. It was pitch black. And
Okay.
those are scary storms too. But then, as I started, I guess as a little kid, I was still like fascinated by them. So I like was reading about them, I was learning about them, and as I got to learn, I guess I understood them better. They're not as much as the mystery that they were, and that's when I guess I found them to be quite fascinating rather than scary. And instead of going, run into the basement when I knew the storm was tornadic, I would go look at it. I think that's transition slowly happened when I started to become a teenager, where I would just kind of want to look at the storm the entire time.
Okay.
Watch what it was doing.
I'm also wondering, what did you... Because I remember you studied ornithology, something like that?
Ornithology.
Ornithology, yeah.
Yep.
Why? How did that come to be?
When I was in high school, I wasn't entirely sure what I wanted to do.
Okay.
I knew I wanted to go into science. So I thought, I like animals. I find animals very interesting. I still do. So I went into zoology. When I was in zoology, I said, hey, I really like, after taking an ornithology class, I was like, I really like birds. I want to focus more on them. And I did. And I guess you could say I enjoyed it, but I guess I didn't put the effort in that I should have. So, I passed. I did okay. Did very well in those upper level courses where they were more specific, and I found those very interesting and all. But I didn't do internships. I guess I never wanted to go beyond class. And I guess maybe, I would probably still enjoy working with animals, don't get me wrong. But I guess that's why I never really went beyond that bachelor.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And you never considered, pursuing your fascination for storms as a, career?
No, I didn't. I guess I always told myself, there's too much competition, and that's true. There's a lot of competition in that area.
Okay.
And, I guess I'm selling myself short here, but I don't know if I could handle, 5 years of math. I could barely do Calc 1, and the amount of physics and everything I would have to take, it's rough. It was rough for me in college, taking physics and taking math. So, like I said, maybe selling myself short here, but I don't know if I could have. Maybe now that I'm more disciplined, but I don't know back then if I could have handled a rigorous math-intensive program. I don't know. I guess these are my thoughts. That it's competitive, small field, and as much as I would love to, study severe weather, I personally think that that's a dream that I don't know that I could. I don't know what's the word I'm looking for here. Having it as a hobby is probably where it's going to be.
Okay. So exactly what is it that you're certified to do right now? Because I know that you mentioned this. It's not very clear to me because I'm super ignorant of this entire thing, which is why I was interested in having this conversation with you. So basically, what process that you go through, and what do you get in return for going through that process?
So the storm spotter training.
Yes.
A registered storm spotter. It's actually pretty easy to become one. All you do is sign up, you take a 2-hour class, and you are certified. So the class basically tells you, the basics about weather, and then what you're looking for when you're spotting. So there's some confusions that people have with clouds. So if someone sees a scary cloud and they're like, oh no, gotta call the National Weather Service. Gotta report that.
Okay.
And, they're teaching us not to do that. You see a scary cloud, but it's not doing anything. You just relax. So, thankfully, you know, growing up in the Midwest, you're used to the scary clouds. You kind of know what you're looking at. But people here in New England maybe haven't seen some of the clouds. You know, they teach us like what a tornado looks like, well, how a tornado forms, you know, what a funnel cloud looks like, when it's a funnel cloud, when it's a tornado, like all that sort of stuff. And then they show us the scary clouds, and they're like, these aren't tornadoes. And one of the big ones is shelf clouds. The shelf clouds have this scary appearance where, like, it's before a storm hits, and these clouds are right in front, and they're kind of like pulling down, you know.
Okay.
A lot of times it means strong winds, but not tornado, but scares people. And then another big one is the scud cloud. We had a ton of these clouds the other day here, and I was like, oh, please, no one called this in. They're hanging down, and they look like they're touching the ground. These clouds are hanging down pretty far. They're very low level, but they're not doing anything. They're just clouds that aren't rotating. They're just there. Like chunks of bread have been ripped off the cloud. That's what it looks like chunks.
Okay.
So yeah,
it's
we
like a chunky cloud,
shit.
like losing crumbs.
And it's coming towards like the ground, but it's not rotating. It's no danger. But it's
okay.
Yeah.
So it just looks scary.
Yeah, but it's really not good. So we learn, you know, don't fall in for these things. And then there's also some things, because we're in New England, there's other dangers we gotta be worried about. Hurricanes.
Of course.
Yeah, that's new to me. That's rather fun. Nor'easters. I've never seen anything like it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna babble about weather. That's what I do.
Do it. Yeah. That's what we're here for.
Like, one of my first years here, maybe it was last year, I never really realized what a nor'easter was. I knew it's a storm, you know. And when I was in Wyoming, we had wind. You know, wind was constant. We had wind, but the wind here is so much different, especially when it is accompanied with a nor'easter or a tropical storm.
Yeah.
We had gusts here last year from a nor'easter that hit 70 miles an hour.
Wow. That sounds like a lot. Yeah.
And I remember hearing it, because we're high up. We aren't on the main floor.
Okay.
Hearing it and looking outside and everything, and I'm just like, jeez. And this is constant. Like, these winds are going between 50 and 70 miles an hour. There's no lull. Like, they are just going, and they go for like 6-7 hours, and you're just like, how is our roof not gone? How do we have power? It amazes me that we keep power through these storms. Part of our roof, kind of like, not a big chunk, but part of it came off during one of them.
Wow.
And it was banging against the wall, and I'm like, oh my god, is there?
Holy crap.
I was like, wait, is someone breaking in? And I'm like, this is the worst burglar ever. It's taking them 15 minutes.
Oh, damn. What a useless piece of crap, like, to become a burglar, and, yeah. Find another job, man.
So I went outside, and I saw this big chunk of, like, the roof hanging down, and I'm like, oh, I should probably call someone.
You should probably get that fixed, you know?
Yeah. So it's stuff like that. We're actually also trained how to measure snow, ice accumulations, because we got a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and wind damage. So, like, when to call about wind damage. Don't call if there's a tree limb on the ground. If there's a massive tree limb, or there is the tree on the ground. But don't, like, if there's like a twig on the ground, obviously.
Everything is falling apart. There's twigs everywhere. Okay. So don't call in for that, guys.
Right. So we're told, like, what to call in for. We're given a number. And we call it if we see something, if we see a funnel cloud, if we've got winds that we can measure that are above, like, 45 miles an hour. There's a specific number. Hail. They give us a little ruler on our ID card so we can measure the hail.
Oh.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay. What's, like, what's the scariest thing you've ever seen? Like, the scariest experience you ever had with that kind of weather?
Oh man, I gotta think. The first thing that comes to mind. Well, there's two things that come to mind. One didn't scare me, but I realize now I should have been more concerned. The first thing that comes to mind that actually was scary to me was the storm that we had when I was visiting my dad. My dad kind of lived back then out in, well, probably not considered Missouri anymore, but was considered Missouri back then.
Okay.
So there's two parts of Missouri. There's Missouri and then there's Missouri. Missouri is out in the country a bit.
Okay. What's the difference between both of them? Like, distance, or just like people decided one is this and one is that?
The culture.
Oh, it's a culture thing. Oh my god, isn't everything a culture thing right now?
Yeah, it's the culture. It's a bit different.
Okay. Okay. I see.
And the accent gets thicker in Missouri. But so we're out there, and I don't even think sirens were out there at that point. So we watched the storm come in. I remember it was in the morning, actually, and I remember watching it with my dad come in. And the clouds in the distance were kind of purplish, and I was like, oh, it's rain. And it started to come closer, and Dad and I are watching it. And then it starts to hail, and we're like, oh, let's get inside. It's time to go in. So we come in, and the hail's coming down. I think I must have been 11 or 12 at the time, and it's coming down, and I'm like, oh man, and Grandma is like, I'm going down to the basement. I'm not messing with this. Because I think the TV was on, and they're like, there's tornado warning for this county.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm going down. So we're watching it for a bit, because it looked like a snowstorm, the way the hail was coming down. I thought it was kind of interesting, but at this point, I'm still a little frightened of storms. So I was a bit iffy, and then everything all of a sudden just stopped. And there was no wind, everything was super still, there were no sounds outside. And we're looking, the clouds are really going. They're rotating. No funnel clouds, but they're just going. And we were looking at this, and they're black, and like the horizon's orange, and everything's quiet and still, and we're just like, screw this, we're going down.
Take cover, everybody!
Yeah, because that was super eerie and unsettling. We're like, oh, this isn't good. So, no rain, no nothing, just complete silence and stillness.
Okay.
So we just went down to the basement, waited it out, and after it was done, we came out. We do the ritual that everybody does. We all go outside, all go step around in the hail and look at it, try to find the biggest one and everything.
Yeah.
And then we turn on the news, and they're like, "Yeah, a tornado hit this wildlife preserve."
What?
And we're like, "That's less than a mile from here." And we're
Oh!
that explains.
That's funny.
The weirdness. I didn't explain the storm with the fear factor that it kind of had when everything got really quiet.
Yeah.
But that was one of the scariest. There's also a scary storm that I forgot because I don't have as much memory about it. I think it was when I was 7 or 8 years old. My mom and I were we were going to go grocery shopping, and it got dark, completely day to night. Completely black. And I don't remember this too well, so I'm kind of interjecting some stories from my mom. I remember the clouds being very black and very dark. But she said that the winds were really picking up and the hail was falling. And then she saw a tree limb fly in the distance, and she's like, oh god. We gotta go inside. I don't care about the hail. We gotta go inside. So we did. Again, another tornado with that one off in the distance where the tree limb was. I don't know.
Okay.
But I know there was a tornado associated with it in the city we were in. But I remember that storm being pretty scary in my mind too. Now the other one I was talking about where I should have been more scared is back in the day. I think I was 19 years old, and my then boyfriend and I, we we stopped dating, obviously. It's not that.
It didn't go so well.
No. But we were doing a road trip from Wyoming to Missouri. And on our way back, I remember looking at the weather and I was like, let's leave early. I don't want to hit the crap that's supposed to move through here later on in the evening.
Yeah.
But of course, he had to take his time. I don't know what he was doing. It wasn't even his hometown. I don't remember why it took him so long.
Jesus.
But it did. And I was like, oh, fine. We'll leave at noon. So...
It must be high noon somewhere.
Yes. So we're driving into Kansas City. I think it was Kansas City. Okay. And there is this supercell just coming into the city, and it was really beautiful. I remember looking at it and being like, man, that's your textbook supercell right there. It was like black again. It was very black, very dark.
Yeah.
And I looked at him and I was like, you want to pull off somewhere and wait this one out? And he goes, no, we're fine.
That's why he's not certified right now, and you are.
I was like, alright, but that looks like it's got some punch.
Suit yourself, bro.
So, we're going through it, and the rain and the wind are starting to pick up, and finally, you can't see the road, the rain is coming down so hard.
Holy shit.
The sky is this dark green, it's tinting everything dark green, and I'm just like, can you pull over? You don't know where you're going.
We're gonna fucking die here. Pull over.
So we pulled off on this little area on the side of the highway, and the wind is whipping the car so bad it won't sit still.
Wow.
And I'm just like, you wanted to try to. And it's just deafening, the mix of the hail and the rain. It was just intense. And then it stopped. Again, stopped pretty fast.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, time to go. So we go. And we're driving down the road, and I'm like, there's something funny going on past this overpass. Something doesn't look right over there. And we look over at it once we're past the overpass, and there's just this gorgeous tornado off to the side of the road. And I was like, oh, look at that. That's so cool. Let me get a picture.
Wasn't he, shitting himself?
We were like, oh, look how cool that is. He didn't think it was scary either. We're like,
okay.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Oh, intense. Take a picture.
It was neat. I would describe its movement as kind of like when a kettle is boiling and the steam is pushing out of it really fast. It kind of moved like that in a sense.
Wow.
It was rotating, but it was kind of moving upwards too. It was cool looking. I don't think it was very serious. It didn't look like it was really. I didn't see debris. It didn't look like it was really doing anything nuts. But it was cool. It was super cool. maybe I should have been scared. But,
maybe you should have been more concerned back then.
Yeah, but I thought it was the coolest thing. Lost the picture.
It sounds pretty cool. Honestly, I mean, it sounds pretty rad that you get to see that.
I get so excited talking about this stuff too. But yeah, that was the only one I've ever seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember it because I mean, storms. I don't know. It's a very funny thing that happens because, well, here the thing that gets really serious is rain. Yeah. And it just pours rain like crazy, and this very heavy rain that will last for 24, 48 hours. But the problem is that the city is not prepared for that. Yeah. So everybody knows exactly which roads are just gonna be flooded and what bridges are gonna be unusable. So everyone is very used to just rain fucking up everything. But I remember when I was 11, and I used to, we used to live in this place where my mom lives right now, which is a very foresty kind of place. There's a lot of trees, and there's a canal that goes through the back of my house. So whenever it would rain, it would just fill up, and there'd be all this water, just running through it. And I remember that whenever there was a storm, my sister would get really scared. So what I did was that I would play as if we were in a pirate ship. So I would tell her like, "Go, let's close the windows so that the water doesn't get in." So we would run through the house and just like closing the curtains and stuff, and then there would be like I don't know, like the rumble of thunder, and I was like, "Quick, they're shooting at us! Let's hide!" So we would like just like hide somewhere. It was.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it was fun, but I mean, I don't know. There was a point where I was also scared at some point because, I mean, we'd had like lightning hit our backyard, which which happens like in the middle of the night. It's super.
Oh, that's terrifying.
It's super loud. It just wakes you up, and you see like this huge flashes coming through the windows. It was so fascinating, and I loved it when it happened, but I was scared shitless. Like I was like,
oh
this
yeah,
is so powerful, but it's so beautiful. I just want to like see it. I want it to happen again, but I don't want to die. So so yeah, it's very interesting. Like the way, I don't know, the way that we react, like very, I don't know, primitively to the weather in general.
Yeah.
So. I mean, so you went through like and have you spotted like any storms or anything, or have you reported like stuff?
I have not. I haven't honestly seen anything to report.
Okay.
We've had storms roll through. They have gotten intense, some of them.
Okay.
But they haven't done anything that I would report. I have not seen any funnel clouds. I have not seen any winds that go over 40 miles an hour. Hail, but they're tiny.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing yet that I would say is like, oh, that needs to be called in.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it makes sense, because,
right.
I don't know, I guess, like, weather-related institutions got it pretty much, but, I mean, what is the aim behind, like, any regular citizen being able to do this? Like, what is like the aim of a program like that, let's say?
To help, because the radar can only show you so much. So it helps to have people on the ground say what they're seeing. If the radar is indicating a tornado, it's helpful people say, oh, hey, there's a funnel cloud here. Or people kind of like,
okay.
No one calls it, okay, no one has seen anything yet. There's radar indicated rotation, but, nothing that's super, scary at the moment.
So you become like this, like, on the ground, let's say, person who can actually confirm if there's like something going on.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I don't know exactly how it works, but I know that it's like a very complex thing. Even like people who just make weather predictions and stuff like that.
Oh, it's so complex.
Yeah, and something really funny happened in the city where we used to live in. Because there's like this weather guy, and he reports weather on Twitter because he just loves meteorology and shit, so he's like really into it, and he's usually very accurate. So people there, because it's usually very hot, everyone was like expecting rain, and please make it rain, whatever. Because yeah, I mean, it was like heat was getting like off the charts. So he predicted rain one day. He was like, oh yeah, there's conditions for rain, blah, blah, blah. Just like a 90-something% chance it will rain. So everyone was like super excited. So, oh, rainy season is coming, whatever. And then it did not rain.
Oh no.
And everyone was like, fuck that guy and whatever. He sucks. And I mean, everyone went absolutely crazy. And he was like so... Like, he felt so embarrassed. Like, I mean, I mean, predicting weather, it's not accurate, you guys. I mean, chill. But, like, people started, like, memeing about him, and it was crazy. I mean, in the end, it just got better because people have just relied on his weather predictions for a buttload of years. Like, everyone there follows him. And every time that you want to know, like, what the weather conditions are going to be like, that is, like, the most accurate source that you have there. Not even like the news channel gets that credibility. And that's a lot to say from a guy that just does it for fun. So...
Oh, man. I feel bad for him.
It was funny. It was kind of funny. I mean, he took it, like, with a, like, light heart.
Okay,
But
good.
yeah, and people like were also doing it, like kind of in the fun, kind of cheeky way. It wasn't like at all like that bad or that serious.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just crazy because people were just craving rain so much. And then it did not come and it was like, "No, my god, no. We can't put up with this
Oh.
heat anymore." It was a little bit crazy. Yeah, but it was
Oh.
fun times. Yeah.
Weather is so tough to predict. We have come so far too in the prediction.
I bet. I bet.
So I mean, it still happens. Of course, people still get things wrong.
Yeah.
But I always feel bad because they're doing their best. It's not an easy
They're
job.
trying.
Yes.
I know. I mean, I can, especially because I saw this like image the other day, and I mean, I don't know, like if people, I don't care much if people like believe that climate change is a thing or not, whatever. I mean, but I've seen time and time again, people start getting rid of trees, shit starts happening, getting weird. With rain and with like heat, seasons, stuff like that. So what happened over there is that a lot of the, like say, urban development and stuff destroyed a lot of the natural vegetation that used to stand there.
Mm-hmm.
And simply just heat got worse. And it rains a bit less. And it's hotter. So people are like, oh my god, climate change and shit. But then they're cutting down trees and you're like, I wouldn't go too far. Like, to know what's going on. I mean...
Don't we have examples of this, actually? I want to say the Dust Bowl, but I don't think there are many trees out there. There was,
and
there was some clearing of the vegetation, which brought up a bunch of dust.
Yeah.
There's also this place in Wisconsin. I'm not exactly sure how they logged things. It's called Peshtigo. And oh boy, did they get it. So I think there was a drought. And there was a lot of fires going on at the time.
Okay.
There were a lot of wildfires going on. I think they were... Yeah, I'm correct here. They were setting small fires to clear the land.
Yeah.
Starting all these fires, it's a hot year. This Wikipedia article says a lot better than I could.
Okay.
So there's this massive fire in this place called Peshtigo.
Yeah.
And a cold front came in, bringing a ton of wind that fanned a bunch of these fires to just out of control and massive proportions.
Wow.
And created, in a sense, this enormous firestorm, a fire tornado that killed...
Holy shit! Wait. A fire tornado? What?
A fire tornado. Let's see, a firestorm. Let's see here. It's going to have a description. Superheated flames of at least 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Holy fuck.
Advance on winds of 110 miles an hour or stronger. It's just insane. It killed for sure 1,500 people, possibly as many as 2,500. It was just a gigantic mess. It's terrifying. But
it sounds terrifying. Like, I mean, I can't even, like, imagine, like, these just flames. 2,000 degrees? Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Of at least 2,000 degrees.
At least, okay.
At least. So this happened, tore through this poor little town.
Yeah.
Created just massive problems. Didn't get much news coverage because it happened on the same day as the Chicago fire.
Oh.
So that one was covered in more detail than this one, but this one was by far more horrific. But that was caused by clearing of trees by way of fire, but that did happen.
I wonder how that came to be. Okay.
Yeah, it was a massive problem. I didn't I don't even remember how I learned. I think I learned about it while reading a book about weather. And I'm like, I've never heard of this.
Okay.
So I read further on it. I was like, ooh, this is nasty.
This sounds like crap. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
wow. That is insane. Like just thinking about that is insane.
Yeah.
So it was due to the fact that they like just cleared trees with fires, and then that shit happened.
Yeah, they're clearing trees with fire. The setting of small fires was a common way to clear forest land for farming and railroad construction.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and survivors reported that the firestorm generated a fire whirl, described as a tornado, that threw rail cars and houses into the air.
Wow.
So, this is like...
So you have this huge-ass fire just throwing shit around with wind and whatever?
Yes, it's terrifying. I can't imagine, because this was back in 1871.
Okay.
Can you imagine what someone back then thought of this?
I can't imagine dealing with that shit without helicopters. Like, there's no way. No way.
Insanity.
That's crazy. And how did it stop? It just like ran out of fuel or something?
I think so.
I mean, it would only make sense that something can burn like that for only so long. Wow. That was very informative. I had never heard of that.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people have, because it happened in the same day as the Chicago fire, and maybe people that live around the area know about it, but this was news to me.
How could you not know if you live there? It's like, oh my god, yeah. Everything is like fucking fire, and wow.
Yeah, it's intense.
That is very intense. So you learned about this, like, well, reading about weather.
Yeah, I have read so many books. It's funny, like when there's a new one out, I'm like, I gotta go get it. Because I follow storm chasers on Twitter, and they usually have these book recommendations for the new books about weather like that.
Okay. So which was like the first storm chaser that you became like, oh, this guy, I know, he's cool, whatever, he does some really nice work, or I love his streaming, or who was like the first one that you followed?
The first one? That's a good question. I would just watch a bunch on YouTube, and I can't remember names because I just like pick a stream.
Okay.
And eventually, over time, I started to learn names. There were these two guys that were easy for me to watch because they were on YouTube. Put them on the TV or something. A lot of them use special sites for storm chasers. These two were on YouTube. And they were pretty decent. They were fun to watch, but I feel like, I don't know, I'm upset with what they did because they ran a stop sign going 70 and killed themselves and one other person.
Wow. How?
Yeah.
Wait. How did that happen? Like,
weren't paying attention.
Really? It was just like a stupid distraction.
Storm chaser. That was actually the other death was a storm chaser in a different car.
Okay.
And that's how most storm chasers die, believe it or not. It's through automobile accidents.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. But
yeah, I remember like looking at a news story. It said, "Oh, 3 storm chasers die in the storm," and I'm like, "Storm? What happened? Isn't that crazy out?" So I looked at it, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I know these guys."
Oh.
And it was a shame, but at the same time, I'm like, "This could have been prevented."
Yeah. I guess it's like most of car accidents, right? Like.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't stop being human just because we decide to chase storms, so I guess.
Right.
I guess, yeah, it has.
And there was like the storm itself. They were a long way from. It's not like it was a dangerous moment where they had to get out of a position.
Mm-hmm.
It's just somebody being careless. So it's rather upsetting. There's no more. I mean, there's people that put their videos up on YouTube.
Yeah.
They don't stream from YouTube really. So I'm basically stuck on this other website.
Okay.
Yeah, can't watch from the TV anymore.
Have you ever been watching like a storm chasing live stream when something bad happened? Like while you were watching it?
I can't think of anything. There have been tornadoes that I've watched, while watching a chaser, but they've all been at a good distance.
Oh, okay.
No accidents.
Yeah.
Things have been pretty okay. I haven't seen anything.
Okay, so I guess that, I mean, because I know that Hollywood always lies. It's a given. So,
Yeah.
how can I frame the question? Like, what are the guidelines to chase a storm? Like, what should you do? What kind of distance should you keep from the storm?
I guess that's all kind of based on how comfortable somebody is.
Yeah.
Keeping a safe distance, as safe as you can, of course, is recommended.
Yeah.
Knowing the layout of the roads in the area is very important. You don't want to go and then hit a dead end and be like, oh, what am I going to do now?
I guess we're fucked now.
Having a spare tire is really important because there have been a couple chasers that have gotten a flat when a tornado was right there. And that is not good. They have been very lucky that they escaped from those.
Okay.
So stuff like that, your basic emergency supplies, having a spare tire, something to fix your car with, knowing the layout of the roads, drive safe, don't drive like an idiot.
I think that applies to like every single context you could think of
be
cars.
Very careful when
don't
going
be an idiot.
on gravel roads.
Okay.
Because you can get stuck. You
I
don't want to get stuck.
I think that would be very scary. Like just chasing a storm and just being stuck there, and you can't. I guess you cannot exactly know like where is everything gonna go. So just being stuck there, it's like holy shit. I just hope it doesn't come our way.
Yeah, apparently from what I've heard, there have been storm chasers that have given interviews on this kind of thing. There's been a couple books that talk about it. They're like, this is the worst. Please listen to me when I say have a backup.
Oh man.
Even storm chasers get scared, and that's something that scares them.
Yeah, I mean, how would you? I mean, I could just like not think of how you like not be scared at that point. I mean, there has to be like a component of adrenaline, and you're about to shit your pants, but your adrenaline is keeping your shit in. So it's like, yeah. I mean, yeah. I kind of. Oh, wait. Oh, Polaris is. Oh, yes. We can have some time for this. We can have some time for Tiny Cat. Look at this beauty.
Aww.
Look at her.
Look at it a little delayed.
Yeah. Look at this baby. So yeah, it must be like really scary. Did you ever like?
Oh, look at the little kid.
Yeah.
Oh, what a sweetie.
Did you ever consider doing that, like chasing storms and stuff? Like, I would love to be there, or are you just fine with spectating?
I'm fine with spectating.
There we go.
So there's a couple things that come into play, and the most obvious, if you know me, I think driving is terrifying. So that's a problem.
I can see how that could be a problem. Yeah, sure.
Yes. Second of all, it requires money. This gas money, and then the inevitable damage to your windshield because you hit some hail. I don't have the money for that. You gotta stay in a motel overnight. It's not, you can just pop on back home because lanes are big.
Okay.
It's been an expensive hobby. I love to go on a storm chasing tour.
Mm-hmm.
But those are also pricey because the one I would want to go on, I would want to go like prime time, like around the second half of May, and I would want to go in. So that costs upwards to like $7,000.
Wow, that's expensive.
Tour. About a 10-day tour.
Okay, I mean, I guess there's like a liability factor and stuff like that, and there's like equipment that you have to have. So
equipment, gas. The money, the $7,000, I think, does go towards where you stay, but you got to pay for your own food, stuff like that.
Okay.
At least for some tours, that's how it goes. But I've seen some tours like share their footage, and there have been a couple tours that I'm like, oh, they did that right, and there's a couple tours that I'm like, oh my god,
what the fuck?
Like, I get it, you got blindsided here, but ooh.
What a ripoff. Yeah, I
no,
mean,
I
I
mean
guess...
like that is too close. You're in a city.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There is a wedge tornado, and you are in the city. Oh, oh dear.
Uh-oh.
But they got out of it, so I guess they did a good job.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
So, let me tell you about what we're drinking today.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we're almost, I believe we're almost like half the way through the stream. I don't know, I don't even have like a clock with me. I'm just like using my internal clock sense skills. But yeah, we're almost halfway there. So let me tell you what this is. So this variety of coffee, I was reading a little bit about it because, you know, it's part of what we're doing here. So I have to be informed and whatever. So this is sold, as I said, by Nespresso. You know that Nespresso has like these huge catalogs of capsule shit. Okay, so you love it. Perfect.
I do.
So this, till this point, is Polaris's favorite. And it's called Rosabaya de Colombia. I'm gonna type it in there in chat so that everyone can see it. So what's interesting about this variety, it obviously come from small plantations in Colombia, because Colombia is like known for coffee and other shit, but we're talking about the coffee right now, not the other shit. So you can watch Netflix for that. So it comes from small plantations, and the thing that it has, it goes through a process. It's called like wet process, which is basically that before they dry up the beans or like the seeds or whatever, they will remove the fruit around it, and they'll just like rinse it with a lot of water, and then they'll dry it up, which is basically how this particular variation of it is made. And it apparently, and it tastes like kind of red berries and wine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it has like this little acid kick to it at the end, which is very similar to what you feel with red wine. Obviously not as strong because there's not the alcohol component in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like very soft, very fruity. It kind of tastes winey at the end. And it's like around the... you know that they have like different levels of intensity and stuff. Mm-hmm. So this is like in the mild to mid intensity level.
Okay.
So if you can get a hold of this one, honestly, I am enjoying it a lot. Because I've tried like maybe 3 or 4 flavors. This one is really good. And it does have like a little bit more of an interesting kick to it.
Oh, that does sound cool.
Yeah, I would call it like that, like a cool flavor to have of coffee. I think that would describe it perfectly. So guys, if you want to try this out, I'll definitely like share all the information about it, so that you can go to a Nespresso store. Even if you're not going to buy a machine, you can just order some nice coffee.
They have like looking at espresso machines now. I'm like, I need espresso now.
Oh, let me show you the one that Polaris has.
Yeah, because these are pricey. Oh man.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, so it's the Nespresso. And I love going to the Nespresso store just because it looks so fancy, honestly. Yeah, and I honestly, the day that I went to buy Polaris's gift, I just felt like fancy paws all the way through. It was fun.
That's cool.
Yeah. Let me look for it. It's the one that's called Pixie. And it's the red one.
I'm gonna look it up.
You can look it up. Yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing some Pixie ones here.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna share the link there, so if anyone wants to look at it.
Yeah.
So I honestly, when I went, I obviously did my research and stuff. We had been to the store before, so Polaris had singled that machine out as like the one that she liked for the house and whatever. So I knew exactly what I was looking for. And I have done also, my dad put a coffee shop. He opened a coffee shop not so long ago. So he uses a lot of Nespresso product in his shop. So I've done some shopping for him and just like shipped him product and whatever. So I was expecting it to be a lot more expensive. In terms of...
That looked expensive to
Yeah,
me.
I know. It is expensive, of course.
Yeah.
But I was comparing it like, well, how many times a week do you like buy some shitty coffee at Starbucks or whatever?
Yeah.
And I mean, if you crunch some numbers, you're like, well, if I compare it to this, it is less expensive. But I mean, it is, yeah, it is an investment, of course, and it's honestly a fancy thing. But I think that if you are not that into coffee and you just have like a very functional purpose for coffee to be in your life, I think this is like way over the top. But for people that like want to get into it and are like super into like tasting and want to know new varieties and shit, I think it's worth it. But yeah, it depends on really how much coffee is part of your life.
Yeah. Oh man, I personally love espresso, so I feel like it would be worth. I probably, like, according to my calculator. I mean, I'm watching my my wallet right now, but I would spend about $312 a year on espresso.
Yeah. Basically.
And that's if I did it the way I wanted to, which would be once a week, maybe more.
Yeah.
It just definitely worth it. And if now that I think about it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's totally worth getting a machine and doing it yourself.
It honestly, it's the kind of thing, like, I had been saving up for it like a long time. So obviously, if you like think about, oh, okay, so I'm gonna save up for this, then it becomes even like easier than just like right off the bat spending $300. I mean, it's not easy for anybody, I believe. At least not anybody here. If there's any like rich bitch over here, it's fine. You can be rich, whatever. We're not. We're not. Okay. So yeah. I mean, I love it. Like, I love the machine. I love that just Polaris, like, sometimes I'll just tell her, like, can you pop in some coffee for me? And she's like, yeah, sure. So it's, like, easy. It's convenient. And we get to share it.
It looks pretty easy from the picture.
Yeah.
It doesn't look too crazy.
I learned already how to make mine. So I was like, I'm prepared for the coffee campaign now. Because I know how to do my own coffee. Because honestly, it's Polaris the one who does it most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, I learned things. So it's also part of my life as well. And I think it's made it easier for me, like, to try varieties of coffee and say, okay, so maybe I'm not like super into coffee, but this variety I like, and it's nice. Yeah. So
I find
learning
personally, I feel the same way, that I much prefer espresso over coffee itself.
Yeah.
I don't know if you are kind of in the same boat. Coffee is nice. Espresso is like, oh man. I remember when I worked at a coffee store.
Ooh, you used to work at a coffee store?
That was my old job. I worked in a coffee and donut shop.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. I
did not associate it with coffee. Sorry. This is the donuts.
But we weren't allowed personally to drink the espresso. But on my last day, I like, screw it, I'm sneaking some in.
Ooh, you went rogue.
I did. I had a little bit of espresso in my coffee.
That's cool. I think that's something you should do with your life at some point.
Yes.
Break the rules. Just break the rules, people.
And I even did decaf, so no one's upset. No one drinks the decaf espresso except for like me. Seriously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Decaf.
Because the stuff at where I worked had like 350 milligrams of caffeine per espresso shot, and it's not very much. It's like this much is your espresso shot.
Okay.
And I thought that was far too much for me. Because I've always been trying to limit my caffeine intake, because I know I love coffee and I know I love caffeinated beverages, so I don't want to overdo it.
Okay.
So I try to limit myself to 300 milligrams a day. So that espresso's a bit much.
That's very specific.
I don't know why I guess because when I was pregnant, I would limit myself to 200 or lower, and now I'm like, well, I don't want to go nuts. Paranoid, I don't know.
You don't want to go nuts anymore.
Right. Because I guess I used to have problems sleeping when I would drink too much caffeine.
Okay.
And just problems I guess feeling anxious, and it's like, you know, it's probably because my heart's racing because I'm drinking so much caffeine.
Uh-oh.
No, that fixed.
Yeah, that
helps.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're keeping it civil, coffee-wise. I mean, yeah.
I mean, there's certain like coffees, you know, flavors that I definitely prefer. I like bourbon pecan is my favorite flavor of coffee that I have found so far.
Mm-hmm.
Espresso, honestly, the ones we had at my work were really good. They're just more generic. I think the bag honestly just said rainforest. And I was like, oh, I wonder what rainforest.
I wonder which one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that sometimes they like overdo it with the names and the.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Polaris said one day, like, you should not trust anything that says premium. Like, if you have to say it's premium, it's probably not. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, she has like this very sort of pragmatic way of looking at products. So, yeah, so she's like, yeah, they're probably just like trying to sell it big, and it's not.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But I mean, this is not confirmed. This is just theory that Polaris brings up. But I mean, it sounds like it makes sense.
Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I mean, if something is like really premium, they won't need to oversell it. It will just like look the part.
Its quality will.
Yeah. It will outshine the text.
Yeah.
There's this term that a friend and I coined not so long ago, which is like product poetry, which is all the like nice text, like, I don't know, with essence of whatever plant from some exotic oriental country, which captures the waterfalls and whatever. I mean, it's just fucking product poetry.
Oh my god, that reminds me of baby products. I don't mean to like go off totally on the topic of coffee, but
no, don't worry. Go at it.
Baby toys do the same thing. Bon, I've noticed this. Like, there's this like set of blocks that we got. Oh, these blocks will visually stimulate baby while providing knowledge of the alphabet and will help them develop their sense in the world and tactile movements. And it's just like they're blocks.
And help their self-esteem, and you're like, oh my god, you're pushing it.
One is like, will help develop baby sense of art, and it's just like, this is a puzzle. Come on.
Oh my god, the baby's knowledge of modern art would be enhanced with this set of blocks.
And I notice it now. I'm looking at baby toys. They're so silly. Like, their descriptions are just ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but it's super funny. Like, I love just reading that, especially, oh my god, baby things and beauty products. What the fuck? Like, I mean, it's like they're capturing the eternal youth fountain, whatever. And they're selling it like, we finally found how not to die. And you're like, okay, whatever. For sure. But it's a little bit ridiculous, yeah. And I mean, I don't know, like, suddenly this powder will help you regain your confidence or something like that. We'll fix all of your mom issues and you'll be fine. It's a little bit whack. Yeah. But I guess it's part of, it's part of just like appealing to people's sensibilities and insecurities.
People get it, yeah. People buy it, so I guess it works.
Yeah, they buy into it. Yeah, it must work. You know, otherwise it wouldn't be so recurrent. But yeah, like, look for any beauty product and just read the back, and you can just laugh your ass off of how ridiculous it is. Yeah, it will just like fix your freaking life. Like,
have to do this.
Quit paying for therapy. Just like, just buy some CoverGirl and you'll be fine. So yeah, it's ridiculous. Um. So I don't know. I mean, what are like your plans for the week? What's going on in your life right now?
Oh man, so I did get a new job. Got orientation, maybe. Just waiting to hear back.
If all goes well.
Yep. Well, it's just a matter of getting everything documented.
Okay.
What else? I guess the normal stuff. Watching the baby during the day.
Okay.
You know, the typical. Sometimes I'm feeling a lot better, so I can wear headphones. Probably stream a bit during the week and Simon's asleep. Turns out, I don't know what was going on here, but I had eardrops from the last time this happened to me.
Okay.
It was like, oh, I'll use these. And I was like, every time I use these, I feel terrible.
Oh, God.
Now I'm better. They were expired. I don't know if that is...
What? So you were, like, using expired eardrums?
Yeah, apparently.
That does not sound safe.
it apparently wasn't. So, problem solved. Suddenly, my illness is a lot better.
It's the I should have been more concerned about this all over again.
This is why I guess I should be reading the labels.
Now you can look for poetry and the expiration dates.
Yes, exactly.
Stay safe, Koshkii. Stay safe. Oh, that's funny. I've always been. My mom has always been like very paranoid of using expired medication. So she was like, always check the labels, and I was like, we bought this yesterday. Check the labels. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check the labels. But yeah, it's something that I usually do. Like, ooh, how long has this been here? So,
and I think with some things, it's not that big of a deal. It's just gonna be like less effective. Like I think Benadryl is less, but I think not all the medications are like that. So it's definitely good.
There must be some shit that's more serious.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know. What would I speculate about? Like, taking expired blood pressure medication, maybe?
Yeah, because that's like, that's something you get at a pharmacy.
Yeah.
If you were to, like, buy it at the grocery store and it's expired, it's probably not going to be as bad. I would imagine. I don't know. But I'm assuming.
I have no idea.
It's a little bit more serious. I personally don't know. So don't be like, oh, well, Koshkii said it's fine.
Yeah, guys, we're not recommending you to try expired medication to find that out. Don't be mistaken. Yeah, do not be mistaken. That's not what we're trying to communicate here.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just like remembered. I don't know, like all of these times that people talked about like expired medication, and then I lost my eyesight, and I was like, oh my god, I checked the labels. Yeah, it's a little bit crazy. I'm just like failing at this mission so bad. Like, yeah, I just lost like so many units. I probably should have like waited before I try to push.
What is that thing? Is that a science vessel?
Yeah, it is a science vessel.
That's weird.
Which I brought.
I didn't play StarCraft 1 apparently.
Another person who did not play StarCraft 1.
I didn't play until HOTS.
It's fine. You did not miss much. I mean, it's cool if you played it when you were 10. Right now, it's like, I mean, it's not enough for the like nostalgia value. It just looks like crap, and back then it was very impressive.
I didn't get remastered because, like I said, like you said, I have no nostalgia.
Yeah, if there's no nostalgia factor there, it's not something that you should. I mean, that is interesting to go to, at least not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that a lot of people are like, what are you talking about? It's like history. I don't fucking care. I mean, it's history that it's part of my life, but I know there's a lot of people who could do without, and nothing's gonna happen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess we're fine.
I think so.
Yeah. So are you playing anything right now, or are you just browsing the internet?
I'm honestly just browsing the internet.
Just looking for crap.
Active in chat there a second.
Active in chat. Thank you for being active in chat.
Yeah.
I just like turned to look at my other monitor and was like, I did not pull out Twitch chat. So at some point I was just like sneaking out of my main monitor to pull it out. So thank you for covering that for me. So
TV down.
turn the TV down too loud.
I had StarCraft on there earlier from WCS, but now it's just Heroes, so I'm like,
meh.
I enjoy playing Heroes for fun, but I don't know anything about it professional.
Yeah, I do not. I mean, I've watched Heroes of the Dorm from time to time.
Yeah.
Just because I found it extremely interesting, and that's about it. Like, extremely interesting that it actually exists. But yeah, but other than that, I'm fine. I'm fine with like not watching it on a regular basis.
Yeah, I have a hard time honestly watching Overwatch.
Oh, I don't
chaotic.
like. I don't like it. I don't like watching Overwatch like that.
It's chaotic. I guess it's kind of fun to like watch the like finals, the tournaments.
I guess, yeah. I watch it only like just the highlights, some of the results. It's like some of those sports that you just like follow them because they're part of like a larger branch of things that you like to watch, like esports, Overwatch. So I'll just like look into the results and stuff like that, just to like make bets with my students and win, like last time. So yeah, I'm not like really invested in competitive Overwatch. What I've watched more is I've watched a lot of poker lately.
Really?
Like like a lot of professional poker. It's very interesting, and there's like there's these big personalities and some people who are like very vocal during games and like I don't know,
cool.
like videos of 10 times this guy was super rude and so I'll just watch those and it's like super funny. It's a little bit ridiculous, but yeah, I mean I've found some fun stuff to watch in poker. But yeah, I mean it's not like I'm gonna like suddenly now I'm gonna play poker and nothing else. No, it's not that interesting. It's just like
just something fun to watch.
Entertainment, yeah. It's just regular entertainment.
Yeah.
Nothing too serious.
So I wanna. We were talking about description.
Yeah.
I remembered one.
Ooh.
Simon has this toy called a sassy developmental bumpy ball.
Wait, what? Can you repeat that, please?
It's a sassy developmental bumpy ball.
Sassy? They use the word sassy?
I think that's the name of the company. Sassy.
Oh, that's even sassier than I thought.
I know. And now he's a sassy baby. I guess it does the trick. But I remembered the description on this thing being ridiculous, and I found it. I want to read it to you.
Please do.
Here we go.
Make my day.
The bright colors, bold patterns, and easy-to-grasp bumps make this ball a must-have. The high contrast colors of the ball allow baby to focus, strengthening vision. The gentle rattle sounds from the trapped beads create neural connections in babies' brains from birth through 3 years of age. Chunky-sized bumps on the ball encourage reaching, grasping, and transferring from one hand to another, developing babies' motor skills. Okay, I want to point out that it says encourages reaching. Wow, like, why would I think, we need a toy that encourages reaching?
Wait, is it like reaching in figurative sort of aspirational sense, or is it like actual reaching, which is ridiculous?
The differing materials engage babies' developing tactile sensitivity and teaches baby about variety.
Is that the way is that the way of saying like diversity without conservative parents freaking out? It's like, oh, it's variety. That probably sneaked right past them.
Oh, now I feel better.
Oh my god.
I don't want that diversity here in my developmental bumpy ball.
Oh god. We probably went too far with that one.
Too far.
We're probably reaching. It's the bumpy ball thing. Oh my god.
Like
that
what
is
Claude says here. They must have had a comedian with neuroscience degree writing that. No kidding. It's just so over the top.
I know. It's like this thing is gonna like prepare your baby to become baby genius and save the world and discover the cure for cancer.
I know. Now you know why Simon has been looking at this toy and occasionally like touches it. So he is certainly ready to handle the career-driven world of.
I know. It's a competitive world out there, Koshkii. He knows it. He's already like in the bumpy ball train. Oh, I'm gonna try to attack once again. Let's see how this goes. Because I've been like fucking it up. So let's hope this is better, because I'm running out of resources. I should probably attack this section because there's more resources here. So yeah, product poetry. I think we should like start this thing where like a blog or something where people just will post weird ass descriptions of products, like life-saving products, and I don't know, like future changing stuff, and just like post it, and so we can just all laugh about it.
I know, because some descriptions just go way too far.
Yeah, some of it is like really, you're like, what the fuck? You can't seriously expect me to believe this. Crap. Yeah, that's the level where we're at right now, guys. So if you have like, if you find any weird product poetry, make sure that you post it. Or if you've heard of a product that just like oversells itself, also let us know, because we'll definitely have a lot of fun reading that.
Infomercials. I don't know if you have ridiculous infomercials.
Oh my god, Koshkii. I'll look for a video, because there's even a video about this, like a sort of a meme. But there's a video. It's made in Spanish, so I have to look like for a subtitled version of it, which basically just poses the theory that people in infomercials are like extremely retarded because they do not know how regular utilitarian objects function. So that's why they cannot like figure out how to make a ladder work. So you need the ultimate ladder and stuff like that. So I'm gonna definitely try to find it because it's super funny. It just made me laugh so hard, and it's basically about that, about how people in infomercials are insane.
They are. They just go nuts.
Yeah, they'll just go nuts. Oh no, I'm losing my command center. Fuck it. Let's fly it elsewhere. Okay, so I'm gonna go back with these guys. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my base and everything's gonna go to hell.
What difficulty is this on?
I don't know. I didn't tweak it, so it's probably like normal. I'm losing everything. Oh, here they come. Nice. Come here, Marines. And it's like you can only have 12 guys, like 12 units per like hotkey. So it's insane.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that. That's tough.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it. And there's no F2 key?
No, there's no F2.
Yeah, I'm not getting this game.
This game is fucked. Whatever.
Not even complete yet. There's no F2 key.
Yeah. Oh no. Now my... Oh, damn it. Now my barracks are falling apart.
Simon's at the gate. I said, hi. What are you doing?
Simon! Oh, Jesus. Okay, so I can now retake... Well, take another base and continue to harness the power of minerals. Okay. I'm gonna build another refinery. Because that seems like a great idea. So, I know that Buntamy challenged me to a game.
Oh, he did! I can talk to him about this. It might involve me just shouting.
I mean, I hope he was talking about StarCraft 2, because if it's StarCraft 1,
yeah.
I'm fucked.
Yeah, he was talking about Minesweeper.
He was talking about poker for 2. That's one of the many Windows games aberrations.
The way he plays Minesweeper is insane. Bob?
Let's just play solitaire for 2 people.
Do you want to fight Grizz? Obviously, I would watch.
I hope he doesn't back up from that.
Do you want to fight her now? I will. I'll get him.
I don't have to be on screen, do I?
Do you have to be on? Does he have to be on screen?
No. I mean, we could do it. No, he doesn't have to be on stream.
No. No, you don't have to.
You don't have to. I'll just like have to go to a break and then switch game.
Right.
But,
well,
yeah.
he might have to download.
Oh, okay.
A bit.
Okay. So just let me know, because we can just wrap it up with that.
Tell Grizz I'm coming out of retirement just for her.
Oh, he's coming out of retirement just for you, Grizz.
Oh
he
my god.
retired when he beat me in a game and said, "Oh, I'm retiring undefeated." So yeah.
Okay,
So please.
that makes sense. Okay. Because I mean, I can just like save this and resume it
Yeah, whatever.
on the next coffee campaign.
Because he still needs to download.
Okay.
Here's the baby.
Oh no, did I lose? Oh, I lost this crap. Fuck.
You okay? Oh, you stepped on a block? Yeah, we step on baby toys all the time now.
You're at that point?
Yep, we reached that point. Stepping on mega blocks.
The head is bigger than Legos.
Oh no.
Yeah, bigger than Legos, but maybe are they less painful than Legos?
Okay.
No.
Legos are gonna hurt a lot more.
I've only been stepping on his blocks from what do you call it? The his push cart. Are you talking? Are you talking, Simon? What are you saying?
He's just talking nonsense.
Yeah.
He's just trying to mess with you.
What's it called? Blizzard? BattleNet.
Yeah, BattleNet launcher.
It's BlizzardNet now.
Oh, I wouldn't. Like, maybe.
You
Are you gonna buy any
them?
of the new war chest skins?
We got the new skins, like the new Terran skins, from Petit Joe actually. He sponsored
cool.
those. Yeah. Shout out to Petit Joe, by the way.
Hi, Petit Joe.
Supporting the
Thank
stream.
you.
Yeah, so that's what we have right now.
What?
But I've thought of getting the Zerg ones just because they're cool.
They're like co-op with Zerg.
Oh yeah, she's on there now.
What?
Yeah,
Blizzard hired her.
they didn't. It's just a feature. Maybe.
Oh,
Okay,
Lift B?
fine. What?
Oh, Lift B got featured, yeah.
I might have a few installations to do over the past year.
Oh.
Oh boy. Well, I don't know. We'll see what it does to here.
I mean, if not, we could make this like a show match thing and like schedule it like, as a formal thing.
Well, he can do it now. It just might decrease the quality of our connection right now while he's downloading.
Okay. Sounds
Yeah,
fine.
that's all.
Sounds absolutely fine.
Simon, people can only see the top of your head, but you can see your face.
Hey, Steel Mold, how you doing?
I'm proud to say that so far, Simon is not scared of thunderstorms.
That is great.
Lightning hit once, and the power went out right after, and he didn't even...
He was like,
Yeah, didn't care.
Same old, same old. Do I have a science vessel now? Oh, Jesus. Oh, there it is. Let's go. I'm not good at this game anymore. Because now we play a faster one. Hey, Ba, how you doing? I just saw him in chat.
Oh man, maybe you remember this. Do you remember going from HOTS to LOTV when LOTV was beta?
Yeah, I
And
do.
trying to go back and forth between one or the other?
Yeah.
Oh man.
It was a little
rough.
bit crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
This game is so fast! Yeah, I remember those days. Teammates, yeah.
I give up open. Before things don't pop up.
Maybe.
So guys, as the let's say the grand finale of this second coffee campaign, Buntamy is gonna fight me. He's gonna come back from retirement just for me, which I feel immensely privileged by. So
he won't even fight me again.
ooh, oh my God!
Yeah, he's
okay.
scared.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna take this with the seriousness that it should have.
I don't even know the name of the maps.
It took me a while to get the hang of the maps. Remember when I was playing in the FSL Nostalgia Tournament, I was like, the one base with the weird thing, the design in the middle. I don't like that.
I don't like that one. Yeah, it's always hard with new maps and stuff, like to get used to all the new things.
Yeah, it really is, and especially at the start because it gets really cheesy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, people are just cheesy as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh no! I'm losing units. I only have tanks now. That's never great.
Simon has this thing now where, for comfort, he grabs onto your fingers and pulls them. But sometimes he pulls them in the wrong direction and it really hurts.
Oh God!
It's
I think
really
I'm gonna
weird.
lose
I
this.
wish he would find something else. I just need to find him a glove and like stuff it full of cotton.
Seriously, man, fingers. Oh yeah, I'm gonna lose this. Okay, I'm just gonna quit the mission, cause yeah, I'm sucking at it. I don't know steel mold. I don't know what anything does at this point. I don't remember. Oh hey Europe, how you doing? I saw your email. I saw your email, so I'll reply as soon as I can. So guys, our coffee for today. I'm gonna type in the name again because it's like sort of in Spanish kind of thing. So our coffee of the day. I'm just gonna type it in.
Geo Grizzly offline.
Oh yeah, she's on StarCraft.
Oh.
She's gonna help us.
Okay, so are we? Is he ready?
Are you ready? You're looking at maps?
Yeah.
Oh, he's loaded in. Just checking maps.
Okay, I'm just gonna go for a quick break, and then we'll be right back with the fighting of me versus Buntamy versus me, to wrap up this second episode of the coffee campaign. So we'll be back in a bit.
change channels. I hate this new system. I change
Grizzly channel? Excuse me, my headset flew off my head. Oh, good. Grizz says she's ready. I'm probably gonna pop off here while you guys play. I don't know. Do you want me to like talk still, or what's the plan? Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna like go total con or just go straight to brute lords.
Yeah. I know you're kidding, or I don't know what you're planning, but just so you know, you are on fire. I know you said that on purpose because you got this look on your face.
I said I'm going to just blink bust the hell out of it. What map did you?
What map do you?
Dreamcatcher?
So don't say whatever map is fine to buy, because what he will do is he will go to Steps of War and load it up.
I'm going the Dreamcatcher. They're in purple. Karen, she good?
What map did he choose? Dreamcatcher. Okay. This is the current map.
And even the emotes are different.
Yeah, there's new emotes. Simon. Oh, no, you're trying to play too, Simon. I see. Might just turn on his little show. Here. You wanna watch Little Baby Pony? I can put that on like a smaller window. And to watch, I can watch both sides. I need another monitor.
You're flat broke, mate.
I know. Okay. Are you playing right now? It sounds like Boss playing, so I think you're playing. Your BRB screen is up. Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. So how long has Bob been without playing StarCraft 2?
Oh, it's been a while. I think he had one night where he played a few games. Right.
It seems like forever.
It really does. He doesn't get to play too often. But
Yeah,
when he does, he's still got it.
I know. He always got it. Yeah. He has all the knowledge. I do remember back in the day when I practiced with you guys.
Consider expanding.
I'm curious what he's gonna do. I'm watching your screen though.
Where are the minerals?
Mainly because I'm trapped on your baby here. No
Baby.
That command center upgrade you ordered is here.
Can't wait till the day, Simon.
Baby Simon.
You're gonna be broken, right? You're going to Canada. Baby first.
Gas is really useful, so why don't you have any? What's going on?
Hi, Reaper.
Hi.
I so wish I could see what he's.
The add-on is finished, so you have no excuse not to build some.
Repositioning.
You
We should play Overwatch sometime.
Yes, I would love to play Overwatch again. We always have so much fun.
Yeah, it's always fun times.
Add-on complete.
If Overwatch had like a story mode, we would totally do that.
That would be so much fun. I would love something like that.
Yeah. I mean, we could play like the mission thingies and stuff, but I mean, it's not like continuous.
Right now.
So, yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's about to burst drop, yeah.
I heard
I don't know
that.
what you're thinking, Ba. He's already in your base. You missed it.
You're already dead. Oops.
I would have felt terrible if that was the truth, and I'm just like awful friend who didn't realize. Rat me out.
Oh, that came and went a long time ago.
That is a lot of those.
Add-on complete.
Like, I don't know if I should like talk out loud.
Minerals. I was told there would be minerals. Not enough minerals. Your
That is
army is
a lot
getting
of-
hungry. Build them more. Not enough energy. The add-on
You're
has
also
been
probably
just
like a little ahead of me.
GG now.
Like, what is she talking about?
Additional supply. You need more energy. You want more stuff? Build more depots. Research complete. You've built, you can't build there.
Do like my food tumors?
Hmm?
Do like my food tumors?
Yeah, she loves them.
Tell her what I used to do after each game.
Oh, after each game, this drove me nuts. He would have to kill every individual building. Sometimes his games went on for a long time, and he'd go around to every base, kill every individual building. Wouldn't leave the game until that was done.
You're flat broke, mate. Get some more minerals. You need more energy. Have you tried green tea? Mine more minerals. Quickly now. Wow, you might.
Oh my god, someone.
Not enough energy.
Oh no! So many units.
Oh no. Oh, that was good though. Oh,
Those explosions you hear, that's your base being flattened. You just upgraded your unit.
whew.
Maybe keep doing
Not having speed is a really bad mistake.
I thought I saw that. Yeah, that's kind of a big deal.
GG!
Don't you need a geyser
How
for
do you,
that?
how do you, how do you get speed?
Yeah, I noticed that. That would have made a big difference.
Yeah, speed would have definitely helped him.
Well, it's a 2 out of, or best out of 3, right?
Yeah.
Watch out, apparently it's gonna be his speed.
So it's a best of 3?
Best of 3, right?
Or we agree?
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say like the very cocky thing of, yeah, we have time for one more game. Oh, today I have this like really nice cookies that go with my coffee. It's yeah, it's like butter cookies, but they have chocolate chips in them. So
Ooh.
it's great.
What map did you want? What map would you like?
I don't know.
I'm talking to Grace. You love it talking.
Oh, I was thinking he would. Yeah, I'll just let Ba choose a map.
Oh, she said you choose a map.
I don't know.
Choose Catalyst. It's a neutral map. Any put on it. At least in my opinion. It's like overgrowth. You'll like it.
It's a nice map.
Yeah, I don't know how that affected that.
Yeah, I think speed would have made a big difference.
Yeah.
I lost that.
Oh, Catalyst.
Oh,
That's red ship.
whatever.
I find a big difference between the two.
There are like very dramatic difference between them. But it's fine. We can play on this one, it's fine.
Oh, this is one of the funky gold things.
Yeah, you
Find
still
more
want
minerals
this?
Quickly now.
Yeah.
Do you still want that?
Where are the minerals? I was told there would be minerals.
Sorry. Game covering up your show.
Thanks to all of you guys for watching, by the way. The second episode of the coffee campaign. This is a battle versus Buntamy. Because he dared challenge me. so now we give it to him.
Find more minerals quickly now.
So are you gonna continue to stream nap time on this week, Koshkii?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, last week it was really hot, and then my ears hurt, so I didn't stream then. But yeah, I'll probably do nap time stream this week.
Nice.
In the afternoon, once I'm in bed. Maybe an hour.
I go back to work tomorrow. Nah.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Not enough minerals.
No fun.
That command center upgrade you ordered is here.
Go ahead. Roger.
The new maps. Which maps are
Base is
staying?
under attack.
I don't know if Acid Plant is staying. Catalyst is staying.
Good. Don't want to talk too much. You don't have to.
Oh no,
Oh, yeah.
missed it. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I lost it.
Add-on is done. Doesn't that look fancy? There's just not enough
Sorry, that was
energy
a
to do that
terrible
right
time
now.
to talk.
Yep.
The add-on is finished, so you have no excuse not to build something. Insufficient Vespine gas.
Want some? You got it. Big job.
Oh, that screwed up the plan.
Oh,
This better be good.
this react.
Ah, you scared me. Game win. SCV ready. Huh? Bandit, big job, huh? Go, go, go. You gonna... Ah! Go ahead.
Where are the minerals? You need more energy. Have you tried green tea?
What's going on?
Add-on complete.
So close.
Oh, everything's so close to dying. Oh shit.
Go ahead. Ah, go, go, go.
Mine more
I think
minerals.
you're on about 7 seconds away. So I hear Bob talk about Bigfoot. I'm like, oh boy.
What's going on? SCV ready.
You want more stuff? Build more depots.
Oh damn it.
This better be good.
Additional supply depots required.
Want some?
Ready for dust off.
You want more stuff? Build more depots.
Waiting on you. Where's the emergency?
Bad news? Go ahead.
Nope, put that building somewhere else. The add-on is finished, so you have no excuse not to use additional supply depots required.
In the rear with the gear.
Light flight's here. Picking up or dropping off.
Your research is done. That Nope, put that building somewhere else. You don't have building permission for that.
You gonna give me orders?
All script stuff.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
Add-on complete.
His drops.
This drops.
Bad news?
Oh, ow. I just saw it.
I remember when this was all minerals. Now look at it. Mine more minerals, quickly now. My liege, the coffers lack minerals. Where are the minerals? I was told there would be minerals.
The grist
What do you lack in
drops.
minerals? Make a vote.
I'm in-
Not enough minerals. My liege, the coffers lack minerals. Mine more minerals, quickly now.
What's our target? What's up?
Ready.
You're flat broke, mate. Get some more minerals.
ETA, 1 minute.
Add-on complete.
Armed and ready.
Understood.
Where are the minerals? I was told there would be minerals. Research is done. My liege. Your army is getting hungry. Build them more depots.
What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
You scared me. SCV ready.
Loud and clear. Heading out. Confirmed.
Been waiting on you.
Inside 5.
Where are the minerals? I was told there would be minerals. You're flat broke, mate. Get some more minerals.
You gonna give
You
me
are
orders?
fresh out of minerals at that base.
SCV ready.
Talk to me. Will do, Command.
Armed and
I remember when this was all minerals. Now look at it.
what's up?
Upgrade's done.
It's go time. Yeah,
You've built
whatever.
a fancier command center.
You gonna give me orders? Ready, go. Let's have a blast. Go ahead.
The add-on is out of minerals. Mine more minerals. Quickly now.
Been waiting on you. You scared me.
You don't have building permission.
In the rear.
Wow, you mined all those minerals already? Out of minerals. Not enough minerals. Add-on is done. What do you lack in... You're flat broke, mate. Get some more minerals.
That was really nice.
Mineral field depleted.
GG.
See the way she handled your baneling?
Yeah, she repaired.
She what?
She repaired.
No, I meant just now.
No, I lost track of them. All that.
She micro very well.
Okay, so
Oh, now it's the best time.
No.
no. Now is the end of the stream.
Thank you so much. It's fun.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Oh, thank you so much to you guys. Then thank you for games, and Koshkii, thank you for being here and for talking about all those amazing things that you're passionate about. And of course, thank you for sharing baby with in the camp.
Of course.
So thank you to all of you guys. This was the second coffee campaign. We played a little bit of the StarCraft campaign. I fucked it up for the most part. We only finished one mission, and then we fucked up the second one. But hopefully next time we'll be able to move past that one. And I am not going to mention the name of the guest just yet because I'm yet to confirm that. But thank you, Koshkii, for being such an amazing guest. And I hope everyone had fun with the stream. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. See you, Koshkii. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Simon.
Say bye, Simon. Got my hand.
Okay. See you guys.